It might be back there where everybody's coming from.
Okay. You all for coming out. You're at a critical point in Phoenix, and I've never seen it actually occur. Where we have the opportunity to
This is fascinating. I'll ask him.
Thank you,
I
sorry.
think there might be one in the back. If not, they said next door. Which? Okay.
But I talk about that because we really need to understand the history and connect it to the community in order to change it. We just recently, last week or 2 weeks before, we had a copper theft forum actually in South Phoenix at a local school that had been vandalized. Now we had industry leaders and other folks, and we had a lot of the Rise team that's here in the room. Now I talk about that because that metal theft forum and the policies, the people that just passed the law at the Capitol, they have a great law. But what we all realized in that room that night is if you don't bring it into the community and engage the community to actually put the law into place, you're never going to have any change. It's the first time they said, and these are industry leaders, that we've brought people together on that issue. And that's what we're already doing with the Rise of South Phoenix team. Our team looks like a model United Nations. And I say that because I'm proud of the diversity that we are bringing together. Carolyn T. Lowry can attest, we've not always had that coalition in South Phoenix. I've seen black and brown fight. I've seen the race riots at South Mountain High School. But we have an opportunity to put that aside. You know, they're two of my strongest supporters. I talked about Representative Miranda and School Board Member Munoz. They've often been on the other side, opposite sides of the issue, respectfully. But they're together in my campaign. They're together in my campaign along with other urbanists, like Congresswoman Kirsten Sinema, Senator Katie Hobbs, Leila Alston, and others who believe that change starts at the local level in the community. But I do bring some credentials to the table. I'm an attorney. I went to NYU Law for the fact that I wanted to change my community. I came back to do it, and we've already begun doing it. Many policies I've been the first candidate to introduce. The local and small business policy that I based upon the experience growing up in my household, first candidate to do it in the state. It's a great policy. We just released our sustainability policy. Excellent policy. I don't know how many points are on that, but they're more than just bullet points. They're real ideas based upon experience and this community, and based upon the history of roadblock after roadblock. But what is going to change those roadblocks is uniting the communities. It's the tagline we talk about so much in this campaign. Many of our students are wearing their We Matter t-shirt. What I am trying to instill, even before I take office, is that we matter. It's that when we use this critical energy that we've brought together in this room and don't fight against each other, but fight in the same direction together, we will change District 8. But you can't just walk into District 8 with a few ideas and expect it to change. These are communities that you have to understand. You have to understand what it really takes to change a very specific district that is at the heart of this city. And as a staff attorney at the Capitol, I learned that. I learned the roadblocks about what some of the most arch conservatives in the state want to do. What they want to do, in fact, to this city and to the sovereignty of this city. And I took that lesson. I took lessons from helping families in family court, where I fought for their basic social services, their right to have a roof over their head, their right to actually have services to fill gaps when necessary. It's that critical idea of the process to get from ideas on paper to actual reality, the process to unite our communities, the process to utilize the opportunity that so many of us from Phoenix have had. We've always wanted Phoenix to turn into something great, but we're sitting on an opportunity to do it. We're sitting on an opportunity that right now, instead of just having a seat at the table, we can talk about what you're going to do with that seat at the table. So please do visit RobinsonForPhoenix.com. Please look at all of the policies that we've been the first and only campaign to introduce. And please join our team. This is an open source campaign, and together we will change the city. Thank you.
And Carolyn T. Lowry. I sure wish I had the people on my side, I tell you. Well, it's like this. You know, my petition is back there. I know I'm running against some tough characters right now, candidates and all. But I still say I'm the best, and you won't need the rest if you get me. Because I am the best. You know what I mean? And none of them have been invited to the White House but Carolyn T. Lowry because of her work. I'm a volunteer worker, haven't had a check since 1985. I still do what I got to do, and gonna do what I got to do, so you need to sign my petition, let me get on the ballot. You know, not to vote for me, but put me on the ballot, because I am gonna make them think about it. You bet you that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank Shannon that put up with me and invited me to this forum tonight. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you like my style. I know a lot of people don't, but that's too bad. Because guess what? I'm going to stay in the race. You bet you that. So the thing about, I want you all to know the truth. And then you young people, I want some of you to be like a Carolyn T. Lard. I don't want you to sit up and let people misuse you, because you are somebody. We may not have the money that some of us got. I don't have it, baby. I can't put the signs up and all. But you bet your Carolyn T. Lard knocks on the door. The people love me. The people know they can trust me. They know they can respect Miss Lard because Miss Lard respects you. You know what I mean? That's all it is, you know. So I'm asking you all, give me a shot at it. Let me be the first black woman that's so... Man, what we waiting for? The ministers to give me a shot at it? How many more years? My hair done turned white. And I'm still waiting. I'm the meanest mamma jamma in the state of Arizona. I'm the meanest. I'm the best. So the thing about it, those of you that like my style, I got a few friends here. Believe it or not, I might get a little applause when I sit down. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't get what the lawyer get it with all of this and Kate and all of it. But I bet you one thing. If you vote for me, you can bet you will never feel like you're not wanted no more. You'll be able to come to the city council meetings. The mayor gonna know who you are. You know what I mean? You're gonna be somebody. You know what I mean? I want the best for y'all young people. Then you won't need the rest. Don't forget that. And the only thing you got to do when you go home tonight, you think about this one question you're going to ask a candidate. Think of Stuart been being on here too. You ask him this: what have you done for me lately? What have you done for the community lately? What are you going to do for us? You know what I'm saying? You've been talking and promising almost 30-some years like Moses. But I ain't seen nothing yet. Look at here. I couldn't buy me no brand new shoes to be up here tonight. I got the little cute grassroots style. I got to find me something to put on so I can look cute for y'all. Ain't y'all tired of me having to go through that? Y'all need to vote for me. Give Miss Laura a shot at it. They closed my place down on Broadway, Kids Place. I opened it for at-risk children back in '89. None of these bigots would help me keep the doors open, baby. I had all these babies wanting to come out to school. They shut me down. Shut me down. You know why? Because they say there's too much taxes on the bill. So what? Pay the damn taxes. I need to bring these babies in and take care of these babies while their mom and dad is sick. You know what I mean? Y'all know y'all need somebody like Miss Laura. I'm a grandma. I'm a great-grandma. I'm married at 15 years old. Stayed with a man 38 years and he kicked me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I'm tired. I want to see change.
I'm Kate Gallego, and I'm running because I think we need someone who's had experience at the city level, in the grassroots, getting things done. The city is unique. Being a great community leader is important, but you also need someone who's passionate about the issues that cities face. Economic development. We need a lot of resources in District 8. There's no hospital south of the river, and everyone agrees we need to fight for that. But I think you need someone who has the background of working with businesses to get them to come into communities, to create those vibrant, to create safety. It breaks my heart when I talk to supporters, like my supporter Stephanie, who has MS and has to travel out of our community and face long waits in poor traffic because we don't have that resource in the community. We also need someone who will step up and understand what kind of great tools we have to support our entrepreneurs and to say no when we say, oh, another distribution warehouse in the community, but to think bigger about the type of businesses that we can support growing in the community. The city of Phoenix sometimes is very short-sighted and can go project by project without thinking big picture, which is why we need someone who's been involved in long-term planning. But we also need someone who's detail-oriented. As someone with asthma, it breaks my heart that we no longer have an air quality administrator in the city of Phoenix. We did away with that position because of the budget cuts. But we have now double the rate of asthma in the Latino community. And the African American community, our elderly, are suffering. At the same time, we have someone in the city of Phoenix whose job it is to censor bus advertisements, because that was a pet cause of a council person. Individual council people make a huge difference, and they've left us with an odd legacy that hasn't served District 8 as well. We don't get our fair share of police resources. We don't get our fair share of mass transit. And we need someone who's been involved in the city, who has the experience to get in there and fight to make sure that the community is well served. We have great potential. We have the most beautiful part of the city, and we need to make sure that we invest in creating and making sure District 8 leads the community as we go forward. I'm the type of person who's delivered results, who's created policies to create a more walkable, safer community, to make sure students can get to school more safely. I like to find creative solutions. I have great partnerships with the federal government, helping bring in federal resources to create technology jobs, more than $120 million in grants. When I found creative ways to bring in National Civilian Conservation Corps to serve South Mountain, to redo our parks, and to find ways to invest in that great history, to redo our trails. So I'm good at trying to find resources from throughout the community and from the federal government, from partnerships with the business community. I think that this experience and this love of city government in particular will serve me well, and so I hope that you will visit KateGallego.com and learn more about the campaign. We have great ideas at Gallego for Phoenix /issue, where you can see my full portfolio of issues, the plans, and I hope that you will realize that experience is key in fighting for District 8, so I would like your vote in August and November. Thank you.